an up and down year, and it was difficult, very difficult for the players because the expectations were so high. When you start without your starting lineup and you start losing matches early in the season, it becomes very difficult to come back. But it continued on that way. Every once in a while, we'd get 3 or 4 days of practice with our starters, and we would be very good. But then we'd lose some people. I mean, we were lucky enough to actually bring in some people at the end of the year from our beach team just to be able to have good practices and be able to compete at the end. The moments that I enjoyed were watching these young women be able to perform the way they wanted to. And that sometimes was individual performance, and sometimes they'd put it together and collectively perform. Hawaii was a good match. I thought the level of volleyball was outstanding, and the TV announcer said it was one of the best matches, level-wise, they had seen in years. But then again, right at the end of the match, Anata get hurt again, and you just go back to the same, finally when somebody gets healthy enough to perform at such a high level, and at the end of the match they get hurt, and the rest of their season is difficult. Seemed to be kind of typical of the way the season went. But there were highlights, and we played some when a couple teams like SLO played very well against us on their home court, and we were able to maintain a level of play and beat them. And there were sparkly moments in practice and in some of the games where you saw what this team could be. And my style is I want to be working with all players, all the time. And you could work with Nayla, and as soon as she got something, you gave her something else, and she kept looking for information and responded. She's a very, very good player now. Hopefully she'll continue on internationally. I hope that she gets a fair shot at the German Olympic team, and I think she will be a very good player. And she's going to stay and play on the beach and be part of our team next year and see how much better she can get. We have a very strong nucleus. We have to add a few parts, but the nucleus of this team is as good as we've had in a long time. You talk about Haley and Erie and how much they developed over the course of the year, and there's several others. And I think that next year, given health and the proper development, this is going to be a very strong team.